So some pretty unfortunate news has come out from Kotaku, where they did a, behind-the-scenes interview on Black Ops 4 and its development. Mainly it's like a report or something like that. It was very bizarre. But anyway, I'm going to read the Charlie Intel article to you because this highlights a lot of the stuff from the report, which is very, very interesting and also quite depressing to read. So anyway, I'm going to move into it, and what it says is Kotaku releases extensive report on what happened at Treyarch during Black Ops 4's development. Back in late May, Kotaku's Jason Schreier, however you say that name, when he dropped the bombshell report that Treyarch will be developing Call of Duty 2020. Also mentioned he would be releasing a behind-the-scenes report on what happened at Treyarch during the development of Call of Duty Black Ops 4. Schreier today posted the full article, which also is available to read here, which we recommend doing so. We wanted to pull some of the highlights of what this article mentions and what happened during Call of Duty Black Ops 4's development at Treyarch. So anyway, here's some highlights from the article. QA had to work extensive hours on the game, even told not to party during the game's launch window in order to ensure all aspects were ready for launch. QA testers are being treated as second class in the office. That's actually quite depressing and very sad and should never actually happen in a game development studio because they don't actually understand how important quality assurance testers are. I'm pretty sure that's what it means. Like, I've never actually looked up what QA means, but I'm pretty sure it's quality assurance. But anyway, moving on. The contractors working at Treyarch have had to work extensive hours for limited pay and did not receive a share of the game's bonus, which is pretty disgusting, not gonna lie. Moving on, we have Black Ops 4's campaign mode was cancelled in early 2018, which we all knew from just leaks, I guess. But Black Ops 4's campaign was to be played alongside a friend. You would pick enemies to battle against and work to take down different enemies as the game progressed. It was almost like a 2v2 campaign. The team was working to get it to Activision for a milestone demo in late 2017, but the mood changed when Treyarch executives shifted to direction to cancel the campaign of the game in early 2018. And this is very interesting because I think that concept for a campaign is quite cool. And I honestly hope we see it in the 2020 COD, or at least a variation of what it was. Moving on, we have Black Ops 4 was originally set to launch in November 2018, but changed the date to October 12th because of Red Dead Redemption 2's October 26th launch. Now, I don't mean to toot my own horn here, but I did mention this ages ago. I suggested that the reason it was gonna get pushed forward was because Red Dead Redemption 2 was coming out, and basically, again, Treyarch and Activision, I guess Activision more than anything at this point, were thinking, ooh, we need to get the money before Rockstar get the money, because they know, like, if you try to release a game the same day as a game Rockstar are releasing, good luck. You're not going to get the amount of sales that they are, not even close. But they kind of did a smart move and also a terrible move for their employees. So I'm going to read on from here because there is more to it. There was an extensive crunch period for the developers at Treyarch, working long weeks and hours in order to get the game ready for the October launch. Kotaku says that QA testers in Treyarch found out that Black Ops is returning in 2020 as the new Call of Duty game for that year after the Kotaku article dropped, and then a few days later got an email from heads of department confirming the news. Staff at Treyarch received a bonus for Black Ops 4 earlier this year, and many of the higher levels had an extensive bonus to the point that parking lots were filled with Teslas at offices. Interesting. That's quite bizarre news, but okay. Kotaku says that many at Treyarch are just as frustrated with Black Ops 4's microtransactions and are struggling with Activision's decision to force revenue. Very, very, very interesting information. So it looks like something we've kind of speculated for a long time is very much so true. The developers of these Call of Duty games do not like Activision's business model. They don't like that the only thing they're thinking of constantly is money, 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 and quantity over quality, pretty much. That's Activision's, it should be their motto, you know? It should be in the bio of their Twitter account, because to say that they are quality over quantity is just a fallacy. It's not true. They are quantity over quality 99.999% of the time. But anyway, moving on, we have Treyarch informed employees late last month that the staff would be taking on new Black Ops project for 2020 release, after a shift in Activision's plans resulted in Sledgehammer Games and Raven becoming support studios. Yikes. Wow, that is very, very, I guess, depressing, because imagine you've worked for 3 years on a game, even longer than 3 years on a game, You finally got your break. You've been in a crunch to get this game out in October, and you had to, remove the campaign that you were working on, and you've done all of this and all that. And then just a few months later, you get notified, oh, by the way, we've got to get moving now. Like, that's not healthy. And I'm going to point it out. We look at companies like Nintendo, who aren't trying to do crunch work anymore. They're trying to lay that back. They're trying to give employees rest for their own mental health. This is not at all healthy, what Activision, and in this case, Treyarch as well, are doing. I've always been in the mindset that Call of Duty desperately needs a break. For at least 3 years, and this would be the perfect time, guys. Like, let these employees rest. Let Modern Warfare run its course, because we know it's going to have Battle Royale. That's pretty much confirmed, by the way. Wink, wink. I'll make a video about that, I think, eventually. But they need a break. They really, really do. Otherwise, this is just, all the employees are just going to go downhill. I'm going to expect mass walkouts. Don't be surprised when you see the article saying mass walkouts at Treyarch Studios and Activision following development crunches and all that stuff. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to move on and read the rest of the article for you guys because this video is starting to drag on a little bit. But anyway, Activision issued a non-answer response to Kotaku about the development crunch at Treyarch. Black Ops 4 represents 3 years of hard work, creativity and passion from hundreds of talented individuals across Treyarch and Activision studios and publishing teams, as well as agency partners around the world. It represents the culmination of a wide variety of development initiatives, the best of which comprise the game that our fans are playing today. It goes on to say the teams who created this game are diverse and widespread. It's important to us that everyone working on the game or any of our projects is treated with respect and that their contributions are appreciated. If there is ever an instance where this standard is not met, we work to remedy it immediately. We constantly strive to provide a rewarding and fun development environment for everyone. Everyone at Treyarch is extremely proud of Black Ops 4. We love bringing games to life and we always want to do the best work of our careers. We realise this is only made possible through the varied perspectives and contributions from every individual working on the team. And that's the end of the article. Now, do I believe Treyarch in the slightest, and Activision when it comes to them having their best interests of their employees in mind? Well, from what I've just read, not at all. I don't think we should support a company like this where it's not only Activision's but also Treyarch's fault. If anything, I think if COD doesn't need a break, it definitely needs to break away from Activision. I think for the longest time, my one wish in life has been hoping that one day a different publisher picks up Call of Duty that isn't Activision. Fucking hopefully it's not EA. But other than that, that's all the article reads. It's a very depressing thing to read, very tough thing to read. I really feel for the QA testers and just the overall developers of the game and how much they've been crunched to get this game out. And now that we can truly understand how much they've been crunched, it's a real shame, It's a real shame. Okay, so quick little edit. As I was making this video, another article came out that said, Kotaku obtains email, Treyarch studio head sent to staff on crunch at studio, says changes are coming internally. Which I guess is good news, but something tells me this is a little bit of damage control. Anyway, I'm going to keep reading on. Following the Kotaku's large report on the horrible work lifestyle environment at Treyarch Studios during the development of Black Ops 4, Treyarch's co-studio heads Mark Gordon and Dan Bunting sent a note to the entire Treyarch team about the article. Kotaku's report detailed extensive mistreatment of the QA team and the contractors who work on Call of Duty titles at Treyarch. Some have worked 12 hours a day for minimum wage, not received bonuses that many other developers at the studio have gotten, and forced to work even during launch parties rather than celebrating. Disgusting thing to read. Terrible, terrible thing for the QA testers. Anyway, I'm going to keep reading on. The new email sent to the staff states that they plan to make significant improvements, in quotes, to the work and life balance for the team at Treyarch and ensuring better project planning to avoid major changes to games close to the title's launches. Here's the full email Mark Gordon and Dan Bunting sent to the staff today. So, today Kotaku published a story that explores a number of reported behind-the-scenes issues in Black Ops 4's development. The first and most important statement that we want to make to the team is that as managers of the studio, we take the well-being of every single individual working here very seriously. I call bullshit. Just saying right now. Anyway, moving on. We have a vision for the future of the studio that includes significant improvements to work-life balance, and we plan to achieve that through better project planning, streamlined production process, and rigorous decision-making timelines. It is also our intention to maintain our commitment to increased transparency. Getting there will require time, hard work, and commitment. Most of all, it will require open communication. If you ever feel like your needs aren't being met, please do not hesitate to communicate actively with your manager. No one should ever feel like they don't have options, can't talk openly, or that the only choice is to take their concerns to the public. Basically, just from that point, you know, the part that says, or that the only choice is to take their concerns to the public, it kind of shows me that they're a little bit scared. Okay, they don't want this information going to the public, and now that it has, they're in damage control mode, and it's quite obvious to see because I'm pretty sure these emails were like sent today. Anyway, I'm going to keep reading on. These conversations should always start with an honest dialogue with our department manager, and if that's not working, feel free to reach out to one of us. Game development is a wildly complex art, and it requires a diverse set of people and skill sets to do it successfully. It's important for all of us to foster a studio culture that treats all team members with respect. We appreciate the contributions made by all parts of the team in the name of the games we make. Sincerely, Dan and Mark. Okay, this is quite clearly damage control, I'm not gonna lie. Is it smart damage control? No, not at all. Oh my god, what did I just read? Okay, anyway, I'm going to move on. This video is getting to 12 minutes long. I can't just keep sitting here and talking for 12 minutes, especially with this searing sunburn that I've got because there's been a heat wave. I went out in the sun, got in the ocean, didn't think about putting suntan cream back on, and basically got cooked medium rare. But anyway, I've been Jake Plays. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to talk about this stuff down in the comment sections below, feel free to. I might be in the comment section talking about it as well, because I am quite honestly a bit disgusted by what I've read in regards to how they've treated staff and developers at Treyarch Studios. But anyway, like I said before, I've been Jake Plays. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Peace and goodbye.